Hello everyone, my name is Sixation, and this is my very first Let's Play video on YouTube for the Conjuring House, an extremely difficult game that gives you little to no guidance, and can take a very long time to beat if you don't know what you're doing. So today we're going to do the first part of the game, and hopefully it'll be of some help to many of you guys out there struggling with it. So, this is the first chance that we have to control our character on our own. We are playing as Robert, and as you can see, our objective is to find a way to get out of the house. If you have not played this game yet, or if you're following this guide along as you play, you might notice that you need to reset your controls. The default controls are not WASD. I believe Z was to go forward, then AS, and then E was to move to the right. They were very odd, very awkward. But make sure you do that if you are having trouble with the default controls. And now here we are playing as our main hero, quote unquote, of the story. This unnamed fellow here is just trying to find the expedition members. So what you're going to want to do first is go to this door on the left. The other two are not going to be unlocked for you quite yet. Then you're going to want to check out this blood puddle in the corner. And this is our first key of the game, the Scorpio key. As you might guess, there are different keys for each of the different astrological signs. These first two doors here both have the Scorpio symbol on them, which means the Scorpio key will unlock these doors. A lot of this game will be very dark. We will get something to help combat that in a little bit, but it's just how the game goes. Now, this hallway here might look a little bit familiar. This is where poor Robert was thrown against the glass. And this is the door that he sought shelter in. And here is our first puzzle of the game. Find the padlock code. So, two things about this game. First off, your stamina is extremely limited, and it takes a very long time to regenerate. There is no bar anywhere on the screen that shows you your stamina. You just have to listen to your character's breathing. Second thing, this mansion that we're in is extraordinarily large. It is extremely easy to get lost in it. There is no kind of map system in this game whatsoever. I am currently working on a map, a hand-drawn map for the game. If and when I get it completed, I will add it to the links below. So this is the other door, the other Scorpio door you saw from the main room. Real quick, doors that have these symbols on them, these are save rooms. We currently cannot get into it because we don't have that key, but anytime you see a door like this, it is going to be a save room. You'll also see a few doors like this that are slightly boarded up that you can creep under. I believe I have gone the wrong way. It's a really strange thing to ask after having a specter slam a door in your face. What's that would not be the first question that comes out of my mouth. Door's locked from the inside. Where was it we were supposed to go? Here we go. I apologize for getting a little bit ahead of myself earlier. So we know Robert was in possession of the music box. Seems like a pretty good place to start for the artifacts. You will find boxes like this all over the house. Most of them will be locked. You can't really do much about them right now. So let's just continue on with the game. Also, there's a safe here. Keep that in mind. We'll be coming back to that later on. A door that was previously stuck is now open. Let's go check it out. And again, as I mentioned before, these are save rooms. Nothing seems to stop this demon woman. We are trapped. The group is scattered. We cannot leave this house. The only way I could find is to create a safe area where the demon cannot get inside, waiting for a solution to eliminate it once and for all. One last thing. If you enter a safe area, be sure to close the door behind you. So I personally have never been jumped while in this room, but I do make it a habit to save to close the door behind me and make sure to save my game. This door, I believe, is stuck. Yeah, that door is stuck. There are notes like this all over the place as well. I will not be reading all of them. You are more than welcome to pause the video if you are interested in reading them yourself. And that is the first of many creatures that we're going to experience in this game. So now that we have our Ares key, we can go back to the other room I was attempting to show you guys before. Which is over here across the house. Robert clearly doesn't have any time for us. And here is our flashlight, a trusty item in many horror games. So, whenever you see something like this, such as information that might be needed, you can left-click it and it will save it to your notes. As you see, if you hit N, you can check your notes. Padlock code number, first number is 9. So everything will be saved there, so you do not need to write it down unless you want to. And much like Outlast, batteries do not last very long in this game. They do not like you keeping your flashlight on at all times at all. So be very careful with your batteries. You're able to keep 5 spare ones. You're able to keep 5 spare ones at a time on top of whatever you currently have in your flashlight. Check drawers. Check on top of cabinets. They're pretty common. There are a couple types of cabinets that you are able to open to check the drawers manually. I will show you those as we come across them. And this is the main enemy that we're going to come across in the house. She can come at you at pretty much any time. She will linger around for a while. You are able to outrun her. If you see her, you definitely want to run. We will have an item to combat her later on. However, they are extremely limited, and I don't recommend using them unless you absolutely have to. The only place that you can go to where she will not be able to reach you is in a save room. Just make sure you close the door behind you. In fact, we'll do that right now. So, where I just showed my flashlight at, this is my second time playing through the game. My first time playing through it, one of the padlock numbers that I needed was on that wall. I was told they are randomized. That seems to be the case. So we're going to have to explore around and find these other two padlock numbers. Two padlock numbers will be guaranteed to be given to you. If you're able to find a third, you could attempt to force your way in with trial and error. If you are unable to locate the fourth. However, with the second and third numbers, you don't know the location of them. You don't know where, if it's the second number or the third number. You will know the the identity of the first and the last number. As you saw earlier, it said the first number is 9. So we will know that 100% for sure that the first number is indeed 9. Same with the last number. Once we find it, we will know exactly what the last number is. So one thing that is probably the bane of many people also, battery here. Most batteries will be red. On occasion, I've seen green batteries. I don't believe there are any difference with them. And the light flickers kind of get your attention over here. Now that we have our flashlight, we can see what the code is. 6203. Again, this code will be randomized. So if you do not have the flashlights, don't be surprised if 6203 does not work for you. And there's our next key, the Taurus key, which I don't believe we can grab that book. No, we cannot. So with the Taurus key, we can 100% find out the identity of the fourth number in the padlock. While we're wandering around, we'll look for the second and third numbers. Hopefully we'll find both of them, and it won't take us too long to break into the padlocked room. When I found the other two numbers, they were kind of in dark areas. So make sure you pop your flashlight on occasion to look around. Yeah, that's unsettling. To look around on occasion and find out where these numbers might be. Most of the boxes you find that you can open will have batteries in them. So definitely try and search every box that you're able to. This right here is one of the two types of drawers that we can actually open up and check to see if there's items in there. On occasion you'll find batteries, on occasion you'll find talismans, which are the items that you need to combat the wraith that comes at you. This right here is a locked closet. We will find a closet key later on in the game. So if you find any locked closets or any locked boxes, there are many locked boxes, try and keep a mental note of where they are, because you will need to be tracking them down later on. As you can see, our first flashlight battery is nearly depleted. And that right there is a spawn point for the padlock numbers. Guaranteed, 100%. I have seen it myself. In here, we're going to find our fourth number. That's very odd, actually. Very strange, as again, this is my second time playing through the game. Things are different. I was not aware there were even blankets that you could pull off on the sides. Only these four here in the corner, or in the middle, I should say. So this gives us our second number, which is our fourth in the slot, so 9. So we know it starts with 9 and it ends with 9. And with that, we will continue to move on. I believe that's locked. That is locked. And look for our other two padlock numbers. Here's one right here, 6. So it doesn't tell us if 6 is the second or the third number. We have no idea. I don't know why. Sometimes when you walk up on doors, it will not allow you to attempt to open them. I'm not sure why. The game is not perfect. It does have a number of bugs and glitches. Keep that in mind when you play. Also, another thing to keep in mind, this is your Libra door. There is only one Libra door, and you find the Libra key much, much later in the game. I personally did not think of coming back this early in the game to check for the Libra key, so it took me quite a while, or the Libra door, so it took me quite a while to find that door. And here's our here's our other number right here, 0. So 9069 or 9609 will get us that padlock number. And as a reminder, there are multiple spawn locations for the padlock numbers. You may find yours in different areas. Nine, 0, 6, 9. That is the code, okay. Again, the middle two numbers can be either or. They don't specify, and they intentionally leave it that way to give you multiple different combinations. And now this room is where our dear friend Robert met his demise. So we're going to follow in his footsteps and see if things might be a little different for us. And this is the introduction to protection talismans. They are fairly rare throughout the game. Most of them I found in locked boxes after I got the box key. Use them only when you need to, only when it's impossible for you to run, or she just will not leave you alone. It does not get rid of her permanently, but it will temporarily get rid of her to allow you to get to where you need to go. Okay, now we're going to burn the music box artifacts. You have to burn many items in this game. One key thing about burning an item, If you have an item on you that needs to be burned, you cannot save. If you try and go into a save room, it'll be stuck. It'll force you to bang on the door, and it'll tell you burn the artifact or burn whatever other item. There's other items that we'll need to burn later on throughout the game besides artifacts. So keep in mind where the fireplaces are. I failed to point out exactly where it was earlier. You might have seen it in the video. However, there, that's us using an artifact. Not an artifact, that's us using one of our talismans to get rid of her. However, we're going to book it straight for a fireplace right now. This will be the first artifact, as well as the end of the first Let's Play video. We will work on Artifact 2 next time. It's much, much longer to burn Artifact 2, and then even longer to burn Artifact 3. Currently, at the time of recording this video, I have not burned Artifact 4 or 5 in my main game. So there will likely be multiple videos for 2 as well as 3. Again, running your stamina is very limited. It takes a long time to regenerate your stamina. So if you're in the clear like we are right now, don't run for too long. The last thing you want is to be caught without stamina whenever she decides she wants to come out and play. So I like to run in short bursts. And this is the most direct route to the fireplace. So stand in front of the fireplace, click it, artifact gets burnt. You're good to go. One thing to keep in mind, whenever you burn artifacts, it will leave a key behind. At least for Artifact 2 and Artifact 3. Again, at this time, I have not done Artifact 4 and 5. This is the Pisces key, which will allow us to progress a little bit further. However, this is the end of our first video. Again, I will hope to have the second artifact uploaded for you very soon. And here's our save room here. Make sure you always close your door behind you. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. I hope this video has helped you. If you did find it helpful, make sure you subscribe. I have my links for other social media underneath the video for Twitter as well as for my main streaming platform, Twitch. Again, I really hope this has helped you, and I will see you next time for Artifact 2. You have a good night.